event and the Cossacks are getting ready to perform. The hall's empty out. I mean, the crowd is just right there and so into it.
Kids love it, grandmas love it, grandpas love them, and they're just so cool.
Their team is just different than any other stunt drill team. They don't, like most stunt drill teams, use ropes and ladders. They use nothing. They use old motorcycles that are 40, 50, 60 years old and older.
They do it for the community and because they love motorcycles.
Exactly.
Ray, you're deflating my bubble here. I carry it. You lose 105 pounds, I'll spin you over here.
I've been 110 before.
Yeah. Okay, you weigh 110 pounds.
No.
When you were 8?
We went to the 90th reunion for Harley Davidson. We went back to the 50th anniversary. And to come to Hollister for their 50th, it kind of brings big tears to your eyes. Bring these old irons out here for a tradition that's been going on for 50 years. It's pretty neat.
Talking, I've always wanted to be a Seattle Cossack, and you got to be a licensed M3 motorcycle endorsed driver.
I like doing the stuff. I like the biker events, but also doing the stuff like the Muscular Dystrophy Summer Camp. That stuff's a lot of fun too, just because the kids like it and everything.
Okay, Terry, we're gonna go down and see. Okay, he's getting gas. Would someone please? Every show, no matter where it's at, you get butterflies.
I got this uniform on. That whistle blows, man. It's just like.
Okay. Terry, you're doing the 2 bike ride.
I'm doing the 2 bike ride.
And then you're up again, Terry.
Then we got Spread Eagle.
Guess which one I'll drop.
Spread Eagle will run again today. Shoulder diving bridges. You know who our groups are.
This show is fun. It's awful dirty, dusty. That makes our fenders a lot slicker, and it's hard to stay on them when they're slick like that. I got a lot younger men in there now, or kids, and it's quite a bit different. We're doing more stunts, different kind of stunts, more dangerous stunts.
Spread out in between 2 bars. Spread Eagle with a handstand. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
And quite often when you master one stunt, let's say a traditional stunt that the team's done forever, you master it, and then that will give you the capability to change it into a different direction. Or my front axle ride is a perfect example of that. It's basically a takeoff of something the team's done forever, a side ride. It's kind of a different variation.
It's imagination.
On my front crash bar ride, I get alongside the bike with it running, and I drag the brake down, and I run in front of the bike, and the bike's running at me, and I actually jump onto the crash bars while it's moving.
Yeah, I'm down on the back end, and somebody's standing on my shoulders. I got all my calluses up here. No, we were at a show in Grants Pass, and just some guy wanted up. He came up and wanted to take a look at our padding we had on our shoulders.
Yeah, see, I got the easy job. I've been underneath and having somebody stand on top of you and grab you in weird places.
Up they go, on the shoulders. Doing a handstand. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. The Indiana Cossacks.
I like the Cossacks because they got to work on their own bikes, maintain them, and their own bikes.
Yeah, everybody's got their own bike, and they maintain it themselves, but they have a lot of help from each other.
Those guys never get to work on a smooth surface. This is the smoothest surface I've ever seen them work on. They'll do the same thing in a cow pasture. And their legs just bounce up and down. I don't know how they do it. Young guys can't do that. I don't know how these old guys do it. Amazing.
It turned out pretty good. We have a little problems here and there, but it seems to work out fine in the end. But as long as we get them to cheer, we like that.
Saw the Cossacks about a week ago at the Iron Horse Rodeo. Decided to come down here and see them again.
Official poster.
We're traveling so much that you've got to be able to leave a job almost at will. We're doing 2-3 shows a week at times, which means your employer has to be fairly flexible, and you have to be flexible enough to run sometimes with just a week's notice, which doesn't give you or your employer a chance to really do much setup to cover it.
We're here this evening with the Seattle Cossacks motorcycle stunt and drill team, who have been a partner and family member of MDA Summer Camp for probably the last 8 years. They're incredible people. The kids look forward to having them out here every year at MDA Summer Camp. We have children aged 6 to 21 in power chairs, manual chairs, braces, walkers, and they just go crazy for the Cossacks. They love them as much as they love just about anything else that they do at Camp Waskowitz, and we look forward to them every year, and we thank them from the bottom of our heart.
How I sure can.
Well,
How you
glad
doing?
to see you here again.
They all got the Ocean Shores 1997 shirts that we haven't even seen yet. Can you believe that?
I'm jealous. Is that double large extra fat? I'll trade you something for it. Oh, it's got to be double large extra fat to fit me.
This is my 3rd year seeing them. Yeah, and it's been pretty cool.
They're cool.
One of our favorite shows. It's kind of fun and it's kind of sad at the same time, but they really appreciate it, and you come out and they get to sign autographs for them, line up. You didn't see anybody walking away at autograph time like we do in some other shows. You know, people get tired and they wander off. But we were all here till the last kid went by, and everybody had a picture signed, and it was fun. It always is fun. We appreciate it.
This is one of the biggest hog rallies around. It's here every year, the end of July. And we just come down and do the show.
captain of the Seattle Cossacks at this time. Every 2 years we elect a new body, and I am the person in charge. My jobs, one of them is just lots of fun, is I get to blow the whistle and call stunts and drill. It takes a lot of work, but I enjoy doing it.
Well, how'd you like the show today?
Oh, it's great.
Great.
You guys are awesome. I love the butterflies. You do that in my honor?
Oh, we do everything. We did everything in you girls' honor. We do the whole show in the honor of you.
You guys are great.
First time we saw you was at the toy run. I watched you guys, well, at least somebody when I was a little kid.
I live at Milwaukee. Yeah? Somebody, you crossed there.
Yeah? Into the mini bike?
Yeah.
I seen you guys at the World Fair.
There you go, buddy. Thanks. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
I enjoyed it.
All right, thank you.
They're great. I've seen them for a lot of years, and they just get better and better.
And a lot of questions we get asked a lot of times is, how do we get started? How did the Cossacks get started? How did they form? Back in actually it was formed in 38, but they started in 1936. 36, they started Andy Skeel, Dick Skeel, Ira Ortwing. They were hill climbers, motorcyclists in the Jolly Rogers Motorcycle Club. And at the intermission time, they would throw fenders on their hill climb bikes, get out there and start climbing around on them like we do today. And it got to where that the crowd started getting more applaud for them than they did the people that was going over the top of the hills. And in 1938, they decided that, hey, let's get a team together, bring another bike instead of putting fenders on our hill climb bikes. This is too much work. Give us more time to play. That's what they did in 1938. Officially started the team. We are expert on these motorcycles, which is iron horses, as a lot of people call them. And that's where the name Cossacks come from, is expert horsemen. And we try to stand up to that standard of being experts of what we do performing on these motorcycles.
I've been riding with them for 46 years. We've just got people from all walks of life. The ages vary so much in the team. We've had them as young as 18 and as old as me, of course. At 72 years of age, I have to slow down a little bit. And so I'm going to retire and let the new guys, the young guys, do it. I'll just fill in once in a while.
Oil system. When it gets done using this, a little valve on the bottom of the crankcase, you push, opens it up, and hopefully if you're ecologically correct, you save it. Otherwise it goes on the ground.
I am draining the oil from the bottom of the crankcase of my VL. The VLs do not have a recirculating oil system, so you have to drain the oil out of the bottom. Otherwise known as pottying the motorcycle.
18 years ago, before the movie came out, at least the new movie, everybody needed a name for their bike, so I figured, well, I had a pretty obscene name for it they wouldn't let me use. So Esmeralda in the original movie in the 1930s was a witch, which rhymed pretty close to what I was calling her at the time. Because she didn't want to cooperate when I first rebuilt it.
This is a 38, and that's a 1930.
Appreciate it very much. It's great. Never seen you guys before.
Hey, wasn't that great? Yeah. All right. That was fun. Everybody thought it was fantastic.
So how do you get into your organization?
You gotta have his own bike, ride for a year without screwing it up too bad, get voted in by every member that's on the team.
For about 3 or 4 years, and nobody had the strength to carry it through. So then one day I thought I would try doing it, and then decided that I had not only the strength to do the stunt, but to do the stunt with somebody else on my back. So I have the weight of the bikes coming in on top of Brock's weight on my back. So I'm trying to hold all that out.
We've been here. This is a brand new one. You guys have not seen. This is a spread eagle. A lot of strength in the man in the middle. That is Ray Leffers, sergeant of the team down in the middle there.
This next one is a 3-machine handstand. We were talking about this morning. We said, you know, this is driven by 3 knuckleheads, and we really didn't mean the drivers. Andy's on a 1947 knucklehead. Dave is driving a 41 knucklehead. Terry's on a 1940 knucklehead.
I think my favorite stunt is probably the 3-machine handstand. It's a stunt that my dad used to do before he passed away, and after he passed away, I just kind of got grandfathered his spot in that stunt, and I started doing it. It's pretty neat. You get to go upside down, doing another guy in between 3 bikes. The crowd really enjoys it because they know that you're upside down. If the bikes come apart, there's nowhere to go, but straight down into the pavement. So it's pretty neat. It's kind of scary, but I really enjoy it.
Favorite stunt's got to be the stand on shoulders, because everybody looks at me. That's about it. It's a really cool looking stunt, and there's only 2 of us that do it, and it looks more impressive than it really is. It's not as hard as it looks, but the crowd likes it.
Watch Brock Wheaton make figure 8s out there with 2 motorcycles, usually a lot tighter than most people can, on one bike by themselves with both hands on the handlebar.
For me as a driver, the hardest stunts are the big pyramids, because you have a lot of, every one is different depending on where people stand and how they stand and who's on the back. Some people are a lot more graceful than others. You have a lot of pressure on your back and a lot of pressure on your shoulders and arms pushing, because you're pushing back on the handlebars to hold the stunt up. And just trying to do that and stay steady and stay alongside the guy beside you and watch where you're going so you don't run into the crowd. There's a lot of things going on at once. And that's probably why it makes it the hardest for me anyway.
How about a 3-machine skyrocket? Is that beautiful?
Brock's having fun on the top of that. Are you guys still having fun?
The signature logo, the 3 high. In the entryway where you guys all came in, we have a souvenir table. The Seattle Cossacks are a nonprofit organization, so donations help. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of Seattle Cossacks, hats off to you for being such a wonderful crowd. Directly after the show, you're welcome to come up and talk to the drivers, and especially if you buy one of those dollar photos, they'll autograph them while they're out here today.
So how much you got these things geared down? They're stock. Really? Yeah. And they'll just creep along like that, huh?
Yeah, these old bikes are amazing.
Yeah.
How many weekends do you wind up doing this? This year, just about 40. 40 weekends? Not 40 weekends, 40 shows. 40 shows. How many big out-of-town trips? This year, 5.
Well, aren't there like 3 generations in that group? I mean, you're anywhere from like early 20s to 69,
Yeah.
the oldest guy.
Actually, the oldest here, the oldest member is 74. And he's been doing it for 45 years.
Really?
Like I say, and he still comes out and plays. It's just, that's what it is. It's play for us.
Oh, so good. It was such a neat show. I would love to have the film.
Well, we're from Yakima. We'll talk to you. Okay.
Great show.
I don't know if we're ever ready for the season to end. It's a lot of fun going on doing all the shows and stuff. But yeah, it's winding down now. We've only got maybe two more scheduled shows this season, and then we get to recuperate and redo the bikes and get set for next year.
As far as the stunts go, the Cossacks are really good about not putting you in a stunt unless you practice it at a practice where 4 or 5 guys are standing around you and you do it on the standstill, and then you do it kind of in a slow motion, and then still, if they're senior members that do that position, they'll do it until if they don't show up or something, then they'll say, Mark, you didn't practice, do you feel comfortable? Yeah, then you're in.
If you don't fall down now and then, you're not playing hard enough, you know? The first year or so I was in the team, it was like, whoa, big deal, you know, the bike's falling down and getting hurt, but now I don't even look at it until next winter, you know, it's just like, it's just part of the game.
They're fantastic.
We rode in the 40s.
What year was that done?
40, I'd say 42.
Wow.
Early 42, right after Pearl Harbor.
That's great. What's your name?
Swebbs.
Nice to meet you, Brock.
It's been a long one. Yep. At the end of the year, it starts getting a little old, yeah. After what, 32 so far?
Something like that. Yeah, ready for a break.
Torn up uniforms and boots and bikes and Time to sit down for the winter and put it all back together for next year.